So U.S. debt is getting pretty close to $35 trillion. I think the debt payment this year is 870 billion, something like that. You know, like these are ridiculous numbers. Of course, like anybody who understands the way that money is created knows that this debt can never be repaid. It's impossible. You have to sell every Jesus thing in the country, every last stick of everything, every last morsel to pay back 35 trillion. Where do you think this money is coming from? Like, where do people think this money is coming from? So now you have Elon again, and I mean, Elon has a lot of sway in this, but a lot of investors, a lot of money people. Yeah, and you can watch people like Cyrus Jansen and and several others, you know, that are out there, the Dollar Vigilante, Jeff Berwick, and different people who actually been quite accurate over the years. These guys, and if you look at them, they're telling you like and I mean, this has been going on for a few years, but I mean, at 35 trillion, with $870 billion debt payment per annum and more. And with BRICS taking over most of the world trade right now, the BRICS countries, the petrodollar about to collapse because Saudi Arabia is no longer backing it, and you know, most of the countries in the world now, economies are starting to trade in their own currencies. I mean, this is how the U.S. has made most of their money for the last 50 years, is by selling their currency. It's not really been from export or anything else. It's been the U.S. dollar. And that's about to collapse. That's Russia, China, India. I mean, you can say what you want about Russia and China. I mean, these countries spend a lot of money and they're not going to be spending U.S. dollars. And same with India, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. This is a big deal. So at some point, you're going to see hyperinflation. They're going to default on a debt payment, and it's going to collapse. And your dollar soft drink is going to be $5.99. Your loaf of bread is going to be $20, and your shit on Amazon is going to be 6 or 7 times what it costs now, if you can get it at all. You know, I mean, there's been many different economies over the years where a wheelbarrow load of cash couldn't get you a loaf of bread. And I don't know that that's exactly going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. So with the debt load in all the Western countries, and the petrodollar failing, and the BRICS countries uniting and doing fine financially, growing exponentially outside of the petrodollar, and with no countries with their currency backed in gold, none of the Great Britain, Canada, the U.S., Australia, they have very little gold, if any. And so nothing to fall back on, no reserves. You know, our currency is screwed. And that's going to happen sooner rather than later. So, I mean, invest in crypto, get some gold. You know, store some food. Right now, many places in North America, it's illegal to store more than 30 days of food. Look into it. Like, I mean, why would they do that? Things are about to change rapidly. The big multi-billion-dollar people are international. They don't care. Their money is not. They're pulling their assets out of that. But if you think what happens between Russia and China and Brazil and India doesn't affect our standard of living, you're ignorant and you need to educate yourself. And it's time that you ponder that. Cheers.